from tuning in. Once again, we're live here on YouTube as well now, and I think also on Instagram. Here we go. Now we're live everywhere. Now we're live everywhere. All right. So those of you watching on YouTube, this is day 14 of daily live streams. Every single day we stream, answer your questions, and celebrating 20 years at in practice with the law firm. And today I'm gonna talk a little bit about the changes to the H-1B visa program. This was just announced yesterday with the increase in the fees, and I'll answer your questions about the fees increase. A lot of people are asking about it. If you're watching this on TikTok, you can join, ask questions on video, just request to join. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I will post the link to join the video. If you want to ask questions like we do every single day, you can do that, ask questions, and join the video stream with us. So as you know, yesterday they announced the big fee increase. There's going to be average about 26% increase in fees. Most applications are fine, but if you look at people applying for O1 visas, H-1B visas, there's definitely a big increase, almost double, from $400 to $1,000, $1,100. So people are definitely kind of worried about it, and they want to be able to file. The new fees are going to be coming into effect on April 1st. And when it comes to the H-1B visa, they announced as well yesterday when registration will open, and registration is going to open on March 6th at 12 Eastern time. If you want to apply for the H-1B visa, it's going to open on March 6th at 12 Eastern time. The fees are going to go up from $460 to $780 for the H-1B visa. And they made a lot of interesting changes, including online filing and all kind of things that will make it more, accessible and allow people to file this, probably a little bit more smooth. But I'll talk about it as well, and I answer your questions about the fees. People were worried. Like yesterday when we did the live stream, people had confusion about the fees, so we'll talk about that as well. All right, we've got a question here from Cindy. Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. This is actually from Maddie. Maddie is, I have an R1 visa with an approved I-360, but because of the retrogression, I can't apply for the I-45. So yeah, I mean, it's a common issue. If you have a visa approved, but you're stuck because of retrogression, if it's EB3, EB2, I-360 through the R1, you just have to wait, obviously, for the visa numbers to become current, and hopefully, we'll see some better movement later this year. But right now, it's kind of stuck. We got a lot of questions here on TikTok. Let me try to get them in the order I received them, and I'll do my best to answer all the questions. And remember, if you miss my questions today, I'll be back obviously tomorrow. We have a question from Roman. If I came across the border and I got removed, can I marry and get a green card? So if you came through the border, obviously unlawfully, and they stopped you and you were sent back, then most likely, and you're back again, most likely you're subject to a double reentry. So even if you marry your citizen, there's not really a waiver that can help you. There may be other things you can do, but not a waiver. Thanks for the hearts and likes. And don't forget, we have another challenge here. So click on that. It'll be nice to hit our goal every day. All right, we've got Jake is asking what the new fee price. So I did it yesterday at the live. I'll go over some of the fees today. Just if you want to ask me what specific fees, I can find out. But in my latest YouTube video, I linked in the description of the video all the new fee schedule. So just go back to YouTube and it's right there. A full description and a video that talks about the fees. The video that I did was a prediction, but also I updated it with the new information, so you can check it out. Welcome everybody who's joining right now on TikTok. Let me know where you're from, and also we've got a question. Oops, we've got King Khan. You coming? I see you here every day, which is great. I appreciate it. Outside of the U.S. since 2014, valid green card. Attorney suggests me you can still travel, so I can travel. Please guide me. You've been outside the United States since 2014. Um, well, if you've been outside of the States since 2014 and you have a green card, most likely this green card is invalid right now. I mean, you're taking a risk by entering the United States, and it'll be risky for sure. A lot of good questions here on TikTok. CHX, can I petition my mom while she's on a tourist visa? If you're a citizen, of course. Thanks, Kum. Appreciate it. Don't forget our challenge on TikTok. It's right here. Cynthia, my fiance is undocumented. If you want to travel to Hawaii with his passport, can you travel? So you can travel inside the United States, even if you're undocumented, as long as you have a valid ID, you can. All right, we've got Ashvin here. Actually, Ashvin, I think Ronald was waiting earlier. Sorry, Ronald, you were here yesterday, right? I missed you yesterday. Is that true?
Hello.
Here, Ronald. What's your question? And where are you from?
I'm from Dubai, UAE.
UAE. Okay.
Then I have a question. They called my passport to Embassy Abu Dhabi, USA,
Okay.
for stamping. I did all the paperwork, everything.
Okay.
So far now, 2 days. How long am I supposed to wait to turn back at the passport?
So you went to the embassy. What kind of visa was it?
Rotary, green card.
It's a green card. Okay. You went there. They said everything is good, and now you're waiting for your visa, putting your stamp in the passport. Correct?
Yes, but yesterday the update changed. The last one was 25th, then 31st
Okay.
yesterday. Now I'm waiting, but still they refused.
It says refused.
Yes, again.
So they're probably checking. Doesn't mean that it's denied. It means that they're
Hmm.
checking more your case.
Okay.
Okay. So I would give it 60 days and see what
Six
happens.
six
Yeah,
days.
60 days, 60.
Probably next week.
Yeah. Okay. And
Thank
then
you.
keep me posted. All
Thank
right. When they say refused, it doesn't mean it's denied. It means that they're checking on your case more. Um, all right. Let's see. We got a lot of questions here. How much is your consultation via the link? It's $150. And again, if you're watching this on TikTok, specifically for you, we have a special link in the bio. Just use the link in the bio. Do not send DMs today because we're still trying to catch up on the DMs from the last few days. But use the link in the bio, and it's very simple just to book it. And those of you watching on YouTube, it's very simple as well. You just have to use the phone number, this number, just text it, and then you can book consultation. But the link in the bio in TikTok is the most efficient way because I build it just for you guys, and you'll be able to book the consultation from there. um, let's see here. We've got Evan. My question is: does the 4 year and 1 day rule still exist? Because May 7th will be my 4th year here in Texas. Hope you can answer my question. Also planning to get yours. Um, so are you referring to the citizenship? If you're referring to the citizenship, then you should still be good. But just give me more context about what you're asking. Christian, is there any information about the interview-based petition priority date 2019? So anybody that has priority date questions, as I mentioned to you, I've done a video explaining that it's not really moving a lot. It's been like a 4% movement in the backlog. So keep following. I think there's going to be a lot more movement in the priority dates after the spring of 2024. You'll see more movement in family petitions, F2A, F2B. But right now it's still slow. All right. Daniel's asking, is COVID vaccine mandatory still? Yeah, you still need a COVID vaccine if you're applying for a green card. You don't need it for visas anymore. But we do a lot of waivers. So if you don't want to get the vaccine and you can do a waiver, these waivers are very, people get them approved. Like it's a very high approval rate right now. So I would definitely try that if you don't want to get the vaccine. Lizette, hi Nelly, appreciate it. Nelly, one of our favorite followers and a client, and she is in Washington. Um, how does the perm recruiting process work for professionals? This is from Sorokas. So the perm, if you when you apply for the EB3 green card, the employer has to go through a recruitment process. They have to advertise your job in the newspaper, online, maybe in the radio, on their website. So we go through this recruitment process. We'll tell the clients where they have to advertise, and right now perms are taking about 10 months or so. And again, if you guys want to join on video, please join us. Nelly, why don't you join on video? You have always good questions. So request to join on video, and I'll add you. I'll add you to the video. And anybody who wants to join on TikTok. And now I'm going to take Ashwin on YouTube. He's been waiting patiently. Hello, Ashwin. How are you? Where are you tuning in from? And what is your question?
Hey Jacob, good evening. I am based here in Charlotte, in North Carolina.
Okay.
I currently work in L2 visa.
Okay. You're dependent
Uh,
of an L1,
yep,
right?
that is correct.
Okay.
So it's been close to 13 to 14 months I'm working in L2 visa.
Okay.
So it's a different employer, compared to my spouse. So spouse and I work in a different organization.
Okay.
So my L2 visa, if my current organization, can they sponsor for I-140 petition and green card? Is it possible that way?
Can they sponsor you?
Yep.
Yeah,
To go
of
into
course.
I-140.
Yeah, absolutely. If you qualify and you meet the requirements for the I-140, you know, under the which category? EB2?
I'm a commodity procurement manager handling
Okay.
teams in different countries. I'm a multinational manager right now.
Yeah, but you're
So
not a multinational manager for the same company, are you? Or are you?
yeah, I am.
For the same company that your L2 is on?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. So in this case, you can do the I-140, of course.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
okay. Because I was reading different articles and informations that you are expert here, so I'm just asking another follow-up question. So I was
Yeah,
understanding that L1 and L2 is like a dual intent visa. So it is all
correct.
connected to L1, and
Correct.
it's how the L1 the spouse, how the L1 is going to go, that is how the L2 also will follow. So if I
Correct.
am working in a different organization right now, and if my company is ready to sponsor I-140, so what you're saying is uh, I can still process for green
Yeah,
card and
as long as you meet the requirements for the EB1C, then you should be able to do it. That's the you know
Gotcha.
that's really what it's about. It doesn't matter where your spouse is working.
Got it. Thank you so
Okay,
much, sir.
of course. Thanks a lot, Ashwin. Really good questions here tonight. Um, let's see here. Do we got Fiona on YouTube is asking, how long does it usually take to get an interview when your priority date is current? So typically, when your priority is current, it depends on which embassy your case is going to go to. So if your case is going to, for example, in an embassy that is very busy, then it's going to take maybe 6 months, sometimes even a year, right? But if it's a normal embassy that is fairly quickly, then I would say under 6 months. But a lot of embassies are taking even a year, even if you're current. Um, is there any news on the 601A lawsuit? So there's multiple lawsuits for the 601A. There's one lawsuit that they were able to prevail. Now we're waiting for another class action. It definitely helps. It's going to help you guys as well, even if you're not part of the lawsuit. Once they will be able to establish a basis for them to expedite those cases, then you should be able to get it as well. Nina is asking, what is the T visa and what kind of evidence you need? So T visa is a visa for trafficking. Also, if you are exploited at work. So we have a lot of cases where people are working in the United States, either documented or undocumented, And for the undocumented person, the employer may say, hey, I know you're undocumented, but if you don't do what I say, I'm going to call immigration on you. Or they make them work very long hours. So stuff like that, prove that your working conditions are exaggerated or unsafe or dangerous. And then we can use that to apply for the T visa, of course. Can I still renew my DACA if it expired in September 2023? You can renew it as long as it's under 1 year, and you should be still fine. Really good questions here on TikTok. Can you help clients in all 50 states? Yes, I mention that every time, but we can. We can help clients in all 50 states. We are based in San Diego, and we have offices in Connecticut. But we can help clients in all 50 states. And all you have to do is use the link in my bio for our TikTok viewers. It's very simple. You click it, you put your information. There's a little video there that kind of I welcome you. And then one of our team members will contact you immediately. And those of you watching this on YouTube, if you need that information again, just use the number here, send us a text message, and our team members will immediately help you. And yes, and that is what we do. We have Raza is asking, what is the procedure if I marry you a citizen outside of the United States? Very good question, Raza. So if you marry somebody outside of the United States, you have to go through a 3-step process. First, you have to file the I-130, which is the marriage petition. Then your case will go to the National Visa Center, and then it will go to the U.S. Embassy. If the person is undocumented, you'll need also a 601A waiver. But that is the process in a nutshell. Baby girl is asking, can I apply for my citizenship? I have had my 10-year green card for 4 years now. Can I apply? Well, I mean, if you're applying based on marriage to your citizen, you're still living together, and then you're eligible. If you're applying based on any other way, you need 4 years and 9 months. So check on that. And once again, guys, if you're watching this on TikTok and you are here for the first time, please follow my account. Like KK did that, and Rada, and Julie, and Michael. Thank you guys for following my account. It means a lot. You can watch all my videos. You don't miss any of them. And also, if you are watching it right now, please click the 3 buttons at the end. Thanks, Tam. And share the live. While you watch it, you can share it, and more people can watch it and join us and ask questions. Let's take one video person on TikTok here. Nelly. Here we go, Nelly. I just missed you here, and you can join the live. And Nelly is based in Washington, and she is a very smart immigrant. Can you hear me, Nelly?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. Are you able to put your video on or no?
Yeah, how do you do that?
There should be a way on your phone to put the video. Just see if you can. That'll be great. And
okay, it's right here.
Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna see Nelly, and those of you watching on YouTube, Nelly is in Washington State, and
it says
it's not working.
I cannot do it as a guest. It says you
Oh,
audio.
I see. Okay, no worries. What is your question, and how's your day going?
So I'm doing great. I'm actually in Switzerland right now.
Oh, nice. You calling us? You calling us from Switzerland?
Yeah, from Locarno and the south of Switzerland.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
So, well, my question is regarding minors that are undocumented in the U.S. So, if a minor is undocumented and stays for like years, do they accumulate illegal status, and is that bad for them when they are older and they want to apply for a visa?
Yeah, that's a good question. So basically, if you're a minor and you're under the age of 18, you do not accrue unlawful presence, which means that if you leave before 18, or if you find another way to to immigrate, then you don't really accrue unlawful presence. Specifically, it's very helpful for DACA applicants because if they apply for DACA before the age of 18, then they don't have unlawful presence and they'll be able to do more things like get a green card without the waiver. So yeah, that's kind of how.
So you can apply for DACA
Yeah.
like now?
No, well, now they cannot apply because there's no new applications. But the ones that before that they if they were minors and they were here before 18, before they stopped DACA renew first time applications, then you can do that.
That's great. Well, thank you so much.
All right, thanks a lot, Nelly. I appreciate it. Enjoy Switzerland.
Thank you.
Of course.
Bye.
We got people from all over the world here. Nelly's in Switzerland. We got people in Spain, the Philippines, the East Coast. Amber is asking how much more the fees for DACA renewal from the 495. I have to go. You know what? It's on my YouTube last video. I put the fee schedule. I don't actually. I don't have it in front of me, but I believe the I-130 the DACA renewal form. It wasn't a very big increase. It was like 18% or something, maybe less. So it wasn't too bad. But I'll respond to, if you send me a message, I'll just respond to it. Thanks for sharing the live, by the way, guys. You're amazing. And also follow me because we'll be posting videos every single day. We have a question from Donai. I have a pending affirmative asylum and I don't have EAD. Can I travel to other states with my country passport? Yes. As long as you're pending asylum and you have your passport, you can travel to any state inside the United States. And the same thing for any undocumented person. A lot of questions. Thanks, Melissa. Appreciated the hearts. And don't forget, guys, we have the little challenge here with the ice cream. We need to get to the 50. Brianna filed the 601A in June of 2022. When is it going to happen? So I think for you, it's probably going to be late 2025 based on the current calculation. Esther is asking, I just got my green card. Would it be okay to change my last name? That's actually a good question about changing last name. I usually tell people do not change your last name until you get your permanent green card. And then it's easy because otherwise, you have to show all these documents and all that. So yeah, now you can change your last name. And also, if you don't mind waiting a couple of years, you can change your name for free when you apply for citizenship. Most people don't realize that when you apply for citizenship, you can change your last name or any name for free. Normally, you have to go and file with the court. But if you do it when you apply for citizenship, it's for free. Mr. J is asking, how long are marriage green card taking right now? So in most states, they're taking about 10 months. If you live in Cleveland, that's a little bit faster, maybe 6-7 months. So about 10 months. If you do that from outside the United States, it's over 2 years. We have Mr. Gonzalez. How long does it take to get approved misrepresentation waiver? So 601 waiver, which is different than the 601A that I just mentioned. 601 waivers are taking about 3, sometimes even 4 years. It depends on where you file it. So what is the difference between 601 and 601A? 601A is only good for one thing, and that's for your overstay. You came here and we have no status, and now you're married a citizen. The 601A will waive that. That's it. But if you have a criminal stuff, misrepresentation, a fraud, all the kind of stuff like that, you need another waiver. Okay, don't go to the embassy, and don't go to the embassy if you have multiple things that you need to fix. You know what I mean? So otherwise, it's going to be a big problem for you. So hopefully that is Thrinton is asking, if I get engaged, can I start my legal process? So if you get engaged, you can start the fiancé visa process for sure. But fiancé visas are taking almost as long as marriage cases. So, let's see here. Can you explain about the EB3 visa for Subway and McDonald's? So I've made a video a few days ago about EB3 that McDonald's are sponsoring. They're looking for workers under the EB3 and Subway and all these companies. So what it is that there is a category for green cards that any employer can sponsor any worker. They don't need to have a college degree. They don't need to have, they just need to have a little bit of experience in what they do. And because there's so many people, because there's a shortage of employees that want to work for like McDonald's or the subway chains, they are started an immigration program where they are sponsoring people who are willing to work for them. Usually they will ask you to commit for a few years, maybe 3 to 4 years or more, to work for them, and they'll pay for all the process, and they'll start the process even if you're living overseas. So you have to apply through these agencies that are recruiting these people, but it is possible. And that's how it works. I mean, I do a lot of EB3 right now for construction companies. We've done for small restaurants, for hotels. I mean, it's a very good type of green card. It's taking a long time. It's probably going to take at least 3-4 years, if not longer. But I can tell you that if you want to be able to get that green card through McDonald's and all that, it's very, very useful in like the Midwest, less in California and New York, but you're going to be able to find McDonald's in Wisconsin or Arkansas, or even states like Missouri, where they really are looking for people to work in those restaurants, and they will pay to immigrate you to the United States. So don't be shy to look for those companies. Tam is asking, any idea when F2A will become current? I actually did a YouTube video about the F2A, and I'm posting it. If not Friday, it's going to be posted on Monday. And then I explained the whole F2A process and why it's taking so long. And the gist of it is that I think that you'll see some movement after the spring of 2024, but not before that. Let's see, more questions here on YouTube. Adoni is asking, I have a pending. Oh yeah, we just did this one. I just did Adoni. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. We've got Talani. I'm from Sierra Leone and my uncle is living in the US. What is the fastest way for him to help me? So an uncle cannot sponsor a family member directly, but they can, if they have a company or like a business, they can help you through that. Or, if you're going to go to school, they can help pay for it and do things like that. But there's no other way to, All right, let's take a few of the people waiting on video. And we have, I think, Deco. Deco is waiting here on TikTok to join us on video. So let's take Deco. And then we have a few more questions here on YouTube, but I will get to those questions. Deco, can you hear me? It's not working for Deco. Let's get somebody else who's waiting. We have got Aminat. Aminat, how are you? Let me know where you're from and ask your question.
Yes, I'm from Maine.
Okay.
I'm citizen and my husband is asylum seeker. So I applied for him green card, but his asylum case is still open. We just want to know which one is coming first.
Okay.
So we don't close his asylum.
So
yes.
Yeah, you should definitely go with the green card based on marriage. So the way you're going to do it is that you file the green card based on marriage. Then you can also do a motion to terminate the asylum case. And then if all goes well, then you'll be able to proceed with the green card at USCIS.
We submit for the marriage base, but it's almost 2 years, but they didn't send us anything. We just been waiting.
Yeah, so you need to follow up with USCIS and find out why your I-130 is taking forever. Typically, when the case is in court, they will take longer to process the I-130 for because of background checks, but you still need to follow up with them and find out why it's taking so long. Once the I-130 is approved, you'll be able to finish the case, essentially you terminate the asylum and move your case to immigration if you can.
But we have to close his asylum first.
Don't do it first. Get the I-130 approved and then go for the asylum. Close it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Of course. We have a question from Alimai on YouTube. Can file a green card on my own if my wife is not complying after the marriage? So this is a common question that I'm getting also on TikTok here with the VAWA question. So imagine you married, um, and then the spouse is not interested in in filing your green card, or even if they file, they don't want to go to the interview. So if you can show that there was some emotional abuse there, some manipulation, you potentially could qualify for the VAWA. So you can separate from the original green card case and file your own case, because your spouse is not cooperating or threatening your immigration status against you. Then VAWA, and VAWA can work for men as well. In this question, it's a male person that is asking about that. So yeah, VAWA is not just for women; it's also for men. If you have the evidence and you can prove it, then you can do it. How long does it take for U visas to get approved? This is from Knezia on TikTok. It's taking over 5 years in most cases, even longer. Steffi is asking, I have removal of conditions, AOS through marriage, currently have DACA. Okay. So yeah, you should be good. I mean, if you are, yeah, it seems like you're fine. And you have, I assume you have advanced parole. That's how you're doing it inside the US. Estefania is asking, my lawyer is charging $1,000 to fill out citizenship. Is this a fair price? Yes, it's a very fair price. $1,000 for citizenship is very cheap. And so definitely do that. We charge more for citizenship. But like I said, we also give you more. Thanks, Nelly. I appreciate it. We also give you, a better service and more attention to you. It depends, but it's not a bad fee. Let me see here. We got a lot of immigration attorneys watching this right now. I see a bunch of friends joining. Welcome, welcome. Thanks all. I don't know all of you guys, but I see a few familiar faces here. Well, welcome. We are welcoming everybody to our live stream, also on YouTube. Daniel is a frequent visitor to our live streams, and he's also a subscriber of our YouTube. Can it possible to be sponsored for EB3 visa from a company, but the owner of the company is under asylum status? Thanks, guys. We almost reached our goal, guys. You guys are amazing. So remember, the entity is separate from the owner, right? So if it's a U.S. entity and the owner has asylum, but he has other employees who are U.S. citizens, they can sponsor you for the EB3. That is correct, Nelly. You are. How much evidence do you need for a marriage case? So, guys, remember, if you don't want to get a request for evidence and you don't want to get an interview, you should get as much evidence as you can. You have to put evidence about your relationship, about your, cohabiting, living together with your spouse, and your medical exam, of course. And the more evidence you have, the less chances you're going to get an interview. Lebuan is asking, what do I do after being approved for my I-130? So if you're living overseas and your I-130 has been approved, then your case will go to the National Visa Center and then eventually to the U.S. Embassy. This whole thing is going to take about 2.5 years. We have another interesting question here. I-130 has been approved, but the 45 has been denied. USCIS error. What to do? So if the 45 has been denied, just refile it. And if it was the error of the USCIS, then you can make them pay for it. Sigoni is asking, is it possible for one to get a visa after overstaying ESTA for years? Very unlikely, but it's possible. Most likely, it should not be a tourist visa. It should be like some kind of a work visa or something else. Tatalina says, I need your help. If you're watching this on YouTube, just use the phone number right here, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Just send me a text to this number, and we'll get you going with your case. And then the link to join the video. Here we go. For our YouTube viewers who haven't seen it yet, I'm going to show you the link. It's right in the comments. All right, let's see who wants to join the video. We've got I'm trying to get you in the order that you're waiting. It's hard to see, but I think we've got Muyu. Muyu, where are you from? And put your video on if you can. That would be great. And then ask your question.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So my question is, I filed for VAWA by myself.
Okay.
And last year, April.
Okay.
I received, but I filed it just the I-360 alone without.
Okay. Without the adjustment, right? Okay.
Without the I-485 and the work
Okay.
authorization. Because
Okay.
at that time I didn't have money. So I filed it and then I received a prima facie in November.
Okay.
Prima facie determination. Then I put in my I-485.
Okay.
And work authorization under the CO9 category.
Yeah.
My question is, they sent me a receipt notice.
Okay.
I received the receipt notice. I already did my biometrics and all. So my question is, how long will it take? Because
so it's gonna take a while because it's taken a while for these adjustments of VAWA to go through. So I think I mean, it's gonna take at least over 18 months, if not longer, for the adjustment.
No, for the work authorization.
Oh, the work authorization. Maybe 6-7 months. You should be able to get it.
Because I received, they sent me a letter in January saying, because I sent the I-485 to Nebraska Service Center.
Okay.
But my I-360 was at the VAMO Service Center. So they sent me a letter that they transferred my I-485 to the VAMO Service Center for speed process.
To speed up the process, yeah. No, you should be fine. I mean, I think within 6 months, you should get your work permit. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. So once again, we have a lot of people that are joining us both on YouTube, on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So if you're watching this on TikTok, please follow me if you haven't, if you just see me for the first time. And also click the 3 dots at the bottom and share the live, and then drop your questions and I will ask them. There's so many questions. Again, remember, we're here every single day. It's been a 20-day live stream because we are celebrating our 20-year anniversary for the law firm. Every day, 5 p.m., I'm here. If I miss you today, I'll get you tomorrow. And we're just here, answering questions, trying to get to know you. And if you need to talk to me on TikTok, set up a consultation, use the link in my bio. Do not send DMs. We are still trying to catch up on all the DMs from the last 3 days. I'm going to accept DMs again probably after Friday. But for now, use the link in the bio. Easy, simple, and all right. What about someone who has applied for their child over the age of 21 for a green card in the United States? That is subject to a wait period, F2B, and you have to wait until the dates become current. We've got Carrie on YouTube who is waiting, asking for a question. Carrie, where are you from, and what is your question?
Jacob, can you hear me?
I can. Can you put your video again? Because I saw you for a second ago. But
Yeah. So
here we go. Here we go. Where are you from, Carrie?
I'm coming from Iraq. Currently, I'm in South Carolina.
Nice.
I'm a PhD student. I got my green card back in 2012.
All right.
And between 2012 till 2020, I was traveling back and forth to study my master's overseas.
Okay.
I stayed in Iraq for 2 years, from 2018 till 2020 due to COVID.
Okay.
I wonder if I can apply now for my citizenship.
So, I would say on the surface, it's going to be a gray area. The best thing to do is what I usually do in those cases. I have the client give me, we have like this special checklist. I'm going to give you the checklist. You complete the question, you put all the dates that we tell you in the Excel sheet, and then we count and we decide together if you can or not. Because, until I see all your dates, it's very hard. I mean, on the surface, it's going to be tricky. Those 2 years, they happen in the past 5 years, correct?
Correct.
So it's going to be a little bit tricky to get you in there. But I'll have to look at the dates and see where you fall on the spectrum in terms of on the positive or, and then we can decide. So if you want, just like I said, text me on this number and then we can schedule a quick session so I can actually evaluate your dates, and we'll decide together if it makes sense or not.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. Sounds
but
good.
you might be close. All right, thank you, my friend. So, like I said, when it comes to citizenship, people travel during COVID. People will, come back and forth. We have a lot of issues with the exit and entries. We need to make sure if you have enough for your physical presence and for the actual, dates that we need in terms of, the 5 or 3 years. So what we do, we'll just analyze it and we'll let you know. And I suggest that for anyone who's planning to apply for citizenship to get that evaluation before you do that. Oh, I just did that. We answered your question already. Let's see here. Can I reopen an Akara 2003 case that was closed because I missed the appointment in 2005? I didn't show up. It is possible. I mean, it's been a long time, but any court case that was closed, you can open it if you can show that there was some issues either with the serving or the fact that you didn't know about the hearing. There are ways to do it, but the longer time passes from when you had the court hearing until it actually happens, the harder it will be to do this. Judy's asking, can you explain about this new rule about overstay? Okay, so what she was referring to is that I did a video a couple of days ago about this new policy from USCIS that if you're here in the United States and you overstayed your visa, like a tourist visa, student visa, a work visa, and now you're out of status, even if it's more than a year, this new policy says you might be able to go back to status. They might accept your case to go back to status if you can show that your special circumstances, and that's the reason why you were not able to fall into status. And so that's basically what it is. And now we're getting a lot of people that are interested in to try that. So we're evaluating them to see if you meet those requirements. But it's actually some good news because it's something that you couldn't do before. And the fact that the immigration is willing to give some hope for people that might be able to go back to status, it's an indication that they're trying to do certain things outside of Congress to try to help people that are here undocumented, right? Because remember, this is an election year. So they're going to start doing some nice things for people that are here undocumented or in between visas. And maybe that's kind of one way to help people. So I'm excited to see what else they're going to be doing before November. But this is one opportunity for people to go back into status if they meet the requirements. Not everybody's going to meet the requirements. So it's important to get evaluated and see if you're one of those people. We've got, I know Ash is waiting and Meza, but your device is not connected. I know Tina is here. Tina is here. What's your
Hello.
question, Tina? Yes, Tina. How are you? What's your question?
So after 1 year waiting for interview, do I have to do something or I'm up to a visa? My case
Well,
is still at MVC.
but
I'm almost 1 year
Tina.
waiting.
But remember, Tina, the reason why you're waiting for F2A is because your dates are not current, right? Your priority date is not current, correct?
No.
So that's why. So if you have a case at the National Visa Center and your dates are not current,
Uh-huh.
you cannot expedite it. You have to wait for the dates to become current because the reason why is because they have too many people that need the F2A visa, but they have very few visas. You understand? So as soon as the dates become current, then you'll be able to get your appointment. You'll be able to expedite, do all these things.
Yeah. But my question is, I have almost 1 year's waiting. Is that okay?
Yes, it's
Okay.
okay because there's no visas right now. That's why you're waiting.
Oh, okay.
Make sense?
Because I hear like after 1 years I have to pay again or do something.
No.
I
What
mean,
you have to do is you have to contact the NVC once a year. That's all you have to do. You send them an email, say what's happening with my case, and this way they're going to keep your case open for a year. That's all you have to do.
thank you.
So if you're waiting for your F2A, F2B, your case is at NVC, make sure you at least inquire once a year. If you don't, they'll close your case. All right. That's a very important tip. Check on your case once a year. If you're pending for your sibling case, F4, F2B, F2A, it's super important to check. All right. So it comes to our YouTube. Let's see here. We have We have a question here from Ketu. Ketu is asking, after the biometrics, what to expect next for the U visa? Thanks, Kuta, for the question. So after the biometrics, you should be getting obviously you have your receipt already. If you apply for the work permit, you're going to get your work permit, and then you just have to wait for them to adjudicate your case, and that takes a while right now. That takes actually years. But if you apply for the work permit is going to be the next step. All right. So in terms of YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, we are going to be ending the stream. We usually do it 45 minutes for YouTube. And the reason is because after that, we're getting some glitches on this platform for some reason. So it's kind of like a soft spot, 45 minutes live stream on YouTube. But the good news is that we're going to be back here tomorrow, 5 p.m. So if I missed you today, I will try to get you again. I'll take one question from Laura because you've been waiting. Laura from Manila, EB3. My I-140 has been approved in late 2022. PD is 2021. Question is, I haven't received my MVC packet. That's not good. You have to contact the National Visa Center, use the public inquiry form, and let them know that you haven't received it, because you should have received it by now. If this doesn't work, there's another way to handle it. Send me a text message, please. All right, guys. Thanks to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Please come back at 5 and prepare your questions in advance so we can jump right into it.